Hey, what's up everybody? This is Kalan from White Glove Models and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a super magical, fantastical day. Today we're going to be working on kit 11 of the Gone in 60 Seconds Eleanor Mustang. So I received pack 4 of the Eleanor Gone in 60 Seconds Mustang, whatever we're calling it these days. And that contained kit 11, 12, 13, and 14. So today we're going to be working on kit 11, and I'm so excited to get moving forward on this build. It should be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys appreciate the new format. I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently. We're going to build the model. I'm not going to worry about doing any type of tutorial or anything like that. If you'd like a full tutorial on this build, head over to the World of Wayne. I'm just going to build it. You guys are going to see what I do, and hopefully you'll enjoy it better. And I'm also going to give you a little bit of information out of the manual that comes with these. So there's always this really cool information that they do include about, there was the first movie in the 70s and then the movie that was released in 2000, and they kind of cover both of them. So what I'm going to do is kind of give you a little bit of the story that's in these magazines. And if you guys like it, make sure you give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you want me to continue doing this type of video where you get to watch me build it, and in the same time I will be giving you some information from the little booklet that we get for each build. So I think it'll be kind of fun. It's something a little different, but let's head over to the workbench and get started.
All right, so this is kit 11 as they call it, and it's just the window. Let's see what it says here. In this phase, you will assemble the window on the left door and fix the door hinge. This way, the door will be ready to be fixed to the body at a later stage. Woohoo! So I'm going to open this up real quick. There's always loads of fun plastic and things that you got to deal with in these kits. So here is the window, and it looks like part of the latch mechanism there for the door hinge. You got some DS02 screws and some DS06 screws. So I have my little containers I like to put these screws in. So these are the DS02s. This way I don't lose them. And then I typically just set this off to the side. And then the DS06, just the same thing. So now that we got the screws taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and pop all the parts out for this. You know, it's weird too, this doesn't have any protective coating or anything on it. Like a lot of times when you get windows and stuff in builds like this, they'll have the window kind of protected, and I don't know if you can see on there, there is a little bit of a scratch right there, but that might be able to buff out. And then one thing that I've been told is this little this little window latch for the wing window, some people have broken it off, so you just want to make sure you pay attention to what you're doing and don't knock it off. And this also, see, if you notice a lot of these parts, they'll have an L or an R for left or right hand side, and this little guy here has a L in it as well. This part not so much, because I don't think it matters. I don't think you could screw this up too bad. And pretty much the instructions, I'll show them to you guys real quick. This is what they look like. There's not really any description or anything. It's basically just pictures. They show you to put the window up against it, and then you throw your 3 screws in. So pretty easy, you know, to follow for the most part. Sometimes they can get really confusing, especially at times like if you're supposed to be grabbing a part that maybe you don't recall. But anyways, we are ready now to take our cool guy window here, and it's just going to sit into place right like that. Just want to make sure everything's lining up good. So this will be a lot more fun to store too, because it's it's got some more fragile parts on it. And they want you to use the DS06 screws, and I'm going to use my Yreka PHO screwdriver to start with. And you guys have seen in my other videos that I do like to dip it in oil. And essentially what that is doing, I'm actually going to go down to a smaller screwdriver. See, this is the kind of stuff you get to miss in the other videos I've done, because just constantly having to change things around. But it's a lot more fun, I think, in the filming process if I just let you see what goes on in the entire process here. And so I've got my little PHOO screwdriver now, and I'm just going to dip this guy in some oil, just the head, and essentially what that's going to do is it's just going to let it go into this metal a little bit easier. And when I'm screwing them down, I kind of back it out. I go backwards till I kind of feel a click, and then I start screwing it in just till it's about snug. And we're going to do that over and over again. These screwdrivers, my goodness. I think I over magnetized them, if that's even possible, because sometimes it likes to grab about 6 or 7 screws with it. So far on this build, things have been pretty good. The Ecto one, I've had loads of issues with it already, and I'm not even very far in, and I've been waiting several months for pack 3 for the Ecto one. But at this point, I'm kind of glad I haven't received anything. Just because I don't know if I'm going to continue with the Ecto one or not. This one, I'm pretty far into it. I think I have up to pack 6 or 7. And I actually do enjoy this car and this build quite a bit. But to be honest, some of the other builds like the Ecto one and the Enterprise have been more of a headache. And they're, you know, for what you're paying for them, it's hard to justify some of the problems that come with it for the cost. And so I would much rather spend that kind of money on a really nice plastic model that looks good and that I can enjoy building and spending my time with. So anyways, this is the window on. So we have succeeded at doing that without breaking anything. Pretty awesome. Then it looks like the next thing that we're going to be working on is the door hinge. And that will be held in with some DS02 screws. They look like they have a little flange on them. So put the destruction booklet back up here. And you got this little guy. I don't really know what this is. Maybe it's just something to help protect it. They don't tell you really what it is. Just kidding, see? See? Jumped ahead of myself. You gotta put this little guy in first. Now, the direction it goes is kind of unclear. Let's take another really close look at the instructions here. Because you have a flat edge and then a beveled edge, and it looks like it is going this way. I really hope so. It does. So, I don't know. What do you think? Does that look like it matches? To me, it does. So I'm going to put it in this direction. And it just goes in right like that. And then you've got... Now I see the purpose of that, is to hold it in place. This is what happens when you don't read the instructions ahead of time. You get confused. So here's a very interesting thing, and this is kind of what I'm talking about with this build. So they tell you to use DSO2 screws. This is what the DSO2 screws look like. The ones that I was given, you watched me pull them out of the pack and put them in there. But then take a look at this. That is not the same screw. That is a flanged screw. So just when I got done praising this one, it went and did something like that. So this is why I watched The World of Wayne, and I probably should have gone back and watched his video on this particular section. And I think I will do that, but for now, I'm going to try to find one of those flange screws and see if I have an extra one. Because I don't know. I don't know if that screw is going to work. So let's take a look in the little box here. I'll put this off to the side. And this is my mag reels. So when you're not fishing, you can store all your parts in here. And so those are not flanged. I have all of the different screws here in different containers. And I have a DSO4, which is flanged. So let's go ahead and pull out the DSO4s and have a quick look and see if maybe that is going to fit in there better. Only thing I worry about is the thread being different. So I'm going to take a quick look at the DSO2 thread, and to me they look identical. So I'm going to put this one in here. Go ahead and give this a little dunk in the oil there, and as you can see, there's just a little bit on the tip there. Yeah. I'll screw it down. Again, just making sure I find that thread. And for this one, I'm going to need my PHO screwdriver. It's a little bit bigger. Yeah, that threads right into place. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Tighten that one up good and snug. See, that's just one of the things that seems to happen a lot on the other kits as well. The wrong screws and things like that, but thankfully they give you loads of extras, and I had 2 extras, so thankfully I have another one for the other door that we'll be doing down the road. And that is kit 11 completed. So now we've got the door with our, I feel like that's backwards, guys. I'm not gonna lie. but it looks the same in the pictures, so I'm going to leave it for now, and if we need to change it down the road, then we change it. But pretty cool looking door we've got so far. It would be cool if the wing window opened up, but it doesn't. That's okay. It's a model kit. Not everything's going to work on it. But there you go. That is kit 11. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Now I'm going to give you a little history about the movie. So I still haven't quite decided how I'm going to produce this section yet, but I'm going to try it this way, see if you guys like it, and if you do, then hooray for me.
So I've had some time to think about it, and I think what I'm going to do is I will be doing a separate video for the booklet. So for those of you that are interested in checking out more of what's in the magazine when we get them, you can check out a separate video from the build, and it will usually follow the build. So the next portion of this will be coming out in another video here in the next couple of days. So and I'll try in the future to have them put out around the same day or a day apart from each other. It just kind of depends on what my schedule is. So for that, this is basically it for this video. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this new format. Things are going to be a little simpler and hopefully a lot shorter in the long run for you guys. So take care, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me, and today we are going to be talking about...
Okay, so we are ready for pack 11.
Today we're going to be building pack or kit 11 from the... So thankfully we were... Today we're going to be building part 11, or... So thankfully we've received pack 3 or 4. No, it's pack 4. Today we're going to be working on kit 11 of the Eleanor. So today we're going to be working on kit 11 of the Ghostbusters. No, not Ghostbusters. So today we received, it's actually been a while, but I received pack 4 of the Eleanor Mustang, the Gone in 60 Seconds